Hello, how's it going? Happy Monday. My name is Lynn Clementi Hicks. I am the host of Baby Talk. You can tell I'm still not quite over this cold that I had last week when I saw you guys. If it is your first time catching us, welcome. I am glad that you are here hanging out just for a little bit. Today we're going to keep things a little light. I don't have a lot of big updates on our fertility journey, but I do have a small update on our fostering journey. And I have a question, just a topic of discussion, which is going to be, why do we have the desire to create a family? Where does that desire come from? So, excuse me, I am going to try not to keep clearing my throat the entire time, but if I have to, I have to. It is, sometimes we have to do things we don't really want to do. So, hello to everyone that's watching. It looks like Mom and Dad are here. Well, maybe just Mom, probably Mom and Dad, and my wonderful husband, Bert, and also Sammy Superstar. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So let's jump in here. I'm gonna pose a question, and I might bring it up a few times if more people join us as we're going along here. Hello, Kristen. I'm so glad that you're joining us. Kristen had some great news today. I was not sure if you were going to be watching, Kristen, but congratulations. She had 3 of her tested embryos came back normal, which is incredible. 3 out of 3. That is, I don't think I've ever heard anyone have that happen. So congratulations. I am so happy for you. I was like squealing at work too when I read that message from you. Hello, Dad. Thanks for watching. Okay, guys. So here's the question I'm going to put out there. Okay. And take a minute to think about it. I don't have the answers. This is not like I'm going to tell you all the research and like the human desire and all the reasons behind it, but I want to know your reason. If you are a parent or somebody that's trying to become a parent, I would love to know, what is your drive? What is the reason that you want to create a family or that you wanted to create a family? Hello, Laura. I haven't seen you in a few weeks. Welcome back. Great to see you here. Thanks for the love. And of course, Kristen. So while you guys are thinking about that, okay, and I know that when I'm talking, it's a little distracting for you to go and put in your own thoughts. That's it's a heavy question. And I can break this down into smaller pieces too, is like, for some people, family is kind of chosen for them. Sometimes they have those, the family starts sooner than you were expecting, and you kind of just go with it and make the best of the situation. But for so many of us, especially the ones that are here watching my channel, my content, we're in a different boat. We are very strongly desiring a family, but it's just not happening as quickly as we wanted it to. Which is why Bert and I are, after we're going to be in January. January 1st is when we had officially, that was the start of the year. We are going to try and make a baby. That was, we're going to be coming up on the 3-year anniversary of that. So 3 full years of trying to start our family. And we haven't had that luck yet. Hello, Marcus. Thank you so much for joining. Great to see you as always. So Bert and I are starting to explore this fostering option. I've mentioned this the past few weeks, and I do have an update for you. So while you're thinking about why you have that drive and desire to create family, to expand your family, I'll give you this update. So last week, I told you that we had submitted our application to volunteer at a local foster, program. They have I think it's a 4-story building, and they have probably about 40 children there. I think I haven't gone to visit it yet, but from the information that I've received, I think that is about how big they are. And they have everything, from young children all the way through teenagers. And we had submitted this application. The person that processes those applications was on vacation. And when she came back, she had reached out and said, yes, we'd love to have you. But instead of it being just come make sandwiches or, help us with, maintenance or whatever it is. I just thought these volunteer things were those standard, show up for a shift. You're in a group and you get a project done that they were trying to do. It wasn't like that. It was yeah, what would you like to do with the kids? On top of, also you can come in and do filing and phone calls and those kinds of volunteer tasks. But Bert and I were like, oh, wait, we can hang out with the kids? Like, we were a little thrown off. And she said, in the email, she followed up and said, you can do games, you can teach them a skill, you can do games, skill, crafts, or play bingo. And she literally said bingo, in which, so many of you guys know that's kind of mine and Bert's thing as of the pandemic. Like, we just became virtual bingo stars, if you don't mind me saying. And anyway, so Bert and I, we didn't respond right away because we were like, whoa, this is kind of a big question here. Like, what do we want to do? And I mean, we seem to be, let's do the bingo thing. We talked about it for a week and we finally responded. And guys, we sent back our reply on Friday after a lot of thought. And then she responded this morning and said, all right, October 30th, we're going to do bingo and it's going to be in our Halloween game room. And so we're locked in for a day now and we're going to be there in the afternoon. It's a Saturday. And she said we still just have to decide which age group we want to do. So I don't know. What I have to follow up with her and figure out is, why do we have to pick an age group? Can't we just do them all? But I don't know. Maybe that's just not how it works for, maybe pandemic reasons, or maybe just, they just keep the kids, in groups by age for a reason. But anyway, it's really exciting. And and the reason I'm reiterating a lot of this, and I know that some of you guys heard this, last week and everything, but the reason that I'm bringing it up again is because, and I absolutely love when this happens, and it is happening more and more frequently because we've been seeing more friends, but when somebody says, Lynn, I've been following your story, and I had no idea. Like, there's people that might be watching right now that aren't saying anything. And if you're out there, that's okay. I'm not, there's no judgment. And you can surprise me later and be like, by the way, I watch your show. And they say that they watch, or that their friends watch, or that it's made a difference to them. Anyway, so Bert and I played kickball this weekend. And one of the girls on the team said, I've been following your story. And I heard that you're thinking about fostering. And I just want you to know that some of my friends have been fostering. And if you'd like me to connect you with them, I will. And I was so yes, I'm so glad that I can finally have somebody, introduce me to somebody that's been through this. And we can start to talk to them about all of our questions and their experience and, kind of get a feel for, what's to come. So, and then if anyone is, you're still thinking out there, the topic for today that I'd like to try and touch on a little bit is, what's the drive? What is the drive to create family? So if you can give me your thoughts and your feelings, if it's simple, maybe it's complex and you're like, Lynn, it's too much to type here, that's fine too. But I would love to know your thoughts and kind of collect all these different reasons, because I don't think that we all have the same reason for wanting to make a family. And I'll share my reason with you in a little bit, but I want to hear yours first. I don't want to influence yours. And maybe when I share mine, maybe it'll give you a little bit of an idea, kind of like giving you something to respond to. But yes, so I'm so excited that by us sharing here, that people are talking about it and are making connections, and even if that's a selfish connection for me to meet another couple that does fostering. So I'm very excited about that. And I can't wait to report back to you on how bingo goes with these kids and where the next steps go, because I think Bert and I will very soon be actually applying for the whole foster parent program, not adoption, foster parent program, which, I can't wait to talk to this couple about their experience, how they went through the approval process and all the classes, and how it's been, having children getting attached to them and then, letting them go, and do they stay in touch? I probably could fill a book with all the questions I have. Bert and I have fostered cats. Now, I know cats and kids are not the same, but there is one similarity that I think is going to happen, which is, these cats, we get kind of attached to them and then we have to give them back. And there's always that kind of that kind of hole for, a brief period of time. Probably going to be a longer period of time with kids, that you're kind of missing that little fur ball that you were taking care of. But it is a very rewarding thing, and I'm very, I don't know. I have my own ideas of how this will go, but I know that it's going to be full of complications and, things that I can't even predict will happen. Yes. So this is all very exciting. Kristen, yes, thank you for sharing in that excitement. So we have some answers here of why people want, their desire to create family. So I'm going to go here. So my dad said, easy answer, to create wonderful children like you. Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. But they don't all come out like me. But yeah, I do think, a lot of parents, they're probably think their kids are pretty wonderful. So yeah, that I think that is a desire. I think about, when I have kids someday, how I've had a lot of time to think about this, guys, right? How proud that I'll be of my kid no matter what, like whatever things they decide to be into, I just can't wait to support them in whatever their passions are. Of course, I selfishly want them to play soccer, and have, some interests that are in line with mine, so that, I have like this, I don't know, like, thing to connect with them on. But I remember, my dad, when I was growing up, he loved basketball, not soccer. He didn't play soccer as a kid. And, he played baseball, basketball mostly were his sports, football. But soccer is the one that all three of us kids gravitated towards. And my dad, he shifted and he supported us in that. And, I remember my first soccer practice, we were supposed to get cleats and we got the wrong kind of cleats. He didn't know. But we got cleats, and that's the important part. And he brought me to practice, and he's never once said, "Man, Lynn, I really wish you had done basketball, though." And I can't ever imagine, me saying to my kids, "Man, I really wish you had done soccer instead of whatever it is that they choose to do." So I think that I have a good example, by my parents being very supportive of me sharing my story to the world and being very open and everything. And they show up every single week to support me. So I've got good role models here, guys. So I'm applauding my parents here with everybody, as I'm sure you guys are probably applauding with me. Okay. Let's get another one here. Okay, I'm reading through these first. I want to make sure that they're on topic before I go to these, and then I'll come back to some of these other comments that I'm seeing here. And just so you guys know, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I've got comments coming in from both, and I'm seeing them all in one place, so I'll get to both of them here. Okay, so my mom, I'm going to be this good segue here. So Dad and I love each other so much. We just wanted to share our love by starting our family. Love multiplies. Oh, yeah. I can relate. I think, it's the phrase has come up several times with this fostering thing lately, is that we just have so much love to give. Me and Bert do. We've just, we've been trying so hard to start this family, and it's just all this love just keeps, it's like about to boil over, and we just got to put it somewhere. And if that's with a foster, with foster kids, whether we're taking care of them here or at the community that we'll be volunteering at, I can't wait. I can't wait to use that love with children. It's very exciting. And my dad's saying you have to go into it expecting the best. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you expect the worst, I mean, I think that there's some sort of wise saying that I'm not going to quote right now because I don't know. I don't know which one it is, but you kind of, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think it's going to be horrible and your kids are going to be brats, they're probably going to be brats. Yeah. Maybe my kids will do basketball, Mom is saying. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Kristen's saying, I've never really thought about why, other than it just feels so natural to me to nurture and teach a child. And I've always longed for the pregnancy experience. 100% I can relate to this. It's definitely a driver for me too when I finally got that experience. So I know I've shared with you a few times here, guys, how I have a lot of fear about being pregnant and my body changing and everything, all the things that are going to come with that. But once I was pregnant, I was so excited about the experience and how I was going to be able to go through that. Like, it was going to be that once in a lifetime, or maybe, one out of a couple times in my life, that I'd be able to go through that whole thing that only women can do, carrying a child and birthing it. Yes. All right. and then to teach a child too is like, you have a little mini me. I think that there is some sort of a natural desire in ourselves that, we think, hey, I've met the love of my life, right? Hopefully. And even if you're not with somebody else, like, you think enough of yourself that, yeah, I think I have something to pass on to another human and have this, kind of continue in time, through another person. So yeah, nurture and teach and show that love to someone. So I get you, Kristen, like that's a very, yeah, but we don't think about the why, and I'm glad that, we're thinking about it a little bit together here. Amy's saying, as a youngish widow, I am thankful and grateful for my kids. That's a great one too, is expanding your family so that when your love partner, is no longer with you, you've got family there for you. And that was, okay, so this is actually going to bring up one of my whys. I can't speak for Bert. When Bert's father passed away a few years ago, I think that was when I had a real big moment where I was like, I want to make sure we have family to care for us, so that we're currently there for his mom, but I think that there was this realization that, like, in life, you and your partner probably will not go at the same time, and having more family built around you is important. And we're very fortunate because we're very close with our siblings. We have siblings, we have our nephews and stuff, but I think that there is something to be said for having your own offspring who will hopefully, if you maintain a good relationship through old age, will care for you in return when you've cared for them growing up. So yeah, I hope I'm not saying anything too off there, Amy, but I get that. Yes. And yeah, they'll be there for you. Everyone's different, and it's funny. I've thought about this with Bert. I'm like, I said to him once, I'm like, are you going to love our baby more than you love me? But that's not a very fair question, is it? I think if I were to think about it, I'm like, obviously I'm going to love this child I've made unconditionally. It's going to be a love that I've never felt before. So that's not fair. It's a different kind of love, right? Okay. Laura's saying, I love kids. Honestly, parenting is super challenging, but also rewarding. Yes. I think that is a key one there. My new foster nieces are awesome and doing really well. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, Laura. And I'm so glad you're tuning in today too. If you've got any other, insights about the fostering experiences or anything that you can, chime in here with that, please do. Good, Amy. I'm glad that I summed that up well. Good. Okay, cool. So I really appreciate you guys bringing all these things, forward, because it's helping me realize too, like that the desire and, why am I trying so hard is like, I have through so many things in life, big decisions, like finding a new home, like when we were picking a new apartment, when we bought our new house, I'm always looking for signs to tell me and to guide me into making those decisions, because I'm horrible at making decisions. We've talked about this before too. But man, if I was looking at the signs for starting a family, it would point to just enjoy your nephews, right? It wouldn't be, keep on pushing through here. But at the same time, the support that I'm getting from you, people watching, friends of people watching, and all the stories that I'm hearing, maybe that's a sign too, to keep pushing. And I don't know, guys, I don't know where I think that the desire to have family comes from somewhere really deep in the heart. Okay. A different kind of love. Right. Thanks, Mom. Yes. Okay. So thank you guys for doing that little exercise with me. I hope it's, helps you put in a little thought to it too. Feel free to journal about it later if it's something you want to explore about yourself. Kelly, hello, Kelly. Kelly is saying you're welcome to come watch your nephews anytime. I will. I wish we weren't so. I wish it was easier to watch them for you for a few hours, whether and have the commute not be, as long as the time I'd probably spend with them. But this weekend is a really big weekend for me. And I think after this weekend, I'm really hoping things will kind of clear up on my schedule a little bit. It'll be a little easier to do those kinds of things and come out and see my nephews. And hello, Paul. Thanks for tuning in. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are going super well. I think you guys are probably very pregnant at this point, and hopefully everything's healthy. And so Mom had a question about 14 minutes ago, according to my cue here. Are you going to dress up for bingo? So this weekend, we are doing bingo in Milwaukee for a fundraiser for our dear friend Gigi. And I am so excited. Like, I can't wait for the day. And I've got everything ready. I've got all my bingo stuff. It's all packed in a bag. I've got my daubers. We had a meeting last week over the phone to talk through everything. And it just feels like everything's ready. And I'm really pumped that some of our friends are coming from Chicago to Milwaukee for the event. It's for such a good cause. I'm just so pumped. And today I was looking online. I was thinking about getting us some matching sequin jackets. But I know another bingo couple that was kind of our, I don't know, inspiration for why we started bingo. They wear sequin jackets, and I just don't want to be a total copycat. But I'm like, but they look so cool. So I'm trying to think of what's our bingo outfit, and I'm not sure yet. As for the bingo the following weekend that we're doing with the foster program, we're going to dress up for sure. We got to. It's like Halloween theme bingo, if we're asking the kids to dress up, we got to dress up. So yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know. Sequin jackets, or give me other ideas of what Bert and I should wear for this weekend's bingo fundraiser, which is all adults. There's not going to be any kids there except for maybe a couple, 2 kids. It's not a kid event. It's an adult event. Paul. Okay, you guys know those, in a lot of these, as you're pregnant, the apps will tell you what your baby is the size of. This is great. Paul is saying his baby is the size of a VHS. Luckily, I know what that is. If you're a younger person watching, that's what we used to watch Disney movies on when I was a kid. Oh my God, Paul, that's great. I'm glad that these emojis come on. There's a little, VHS and a smiley face down there. I love it. Oh my God. That's pretty big, though. It's a pretty big rectangular flat baby, though. I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a fun idea. Onesies, okay, for bingo. Not a bad idea. Bicyclist or biker, maybe. Okay, Laura's got a really good story here too. Okay, it's been amazing to see my extended family grow too. We added 4 kids last year through my sister, adding 3 fosters, and my brother having a baby. Oh my gosh, wow. Family is special, and there are multiple ways. That's right. So your sister has 3 fosters. Wow. Laura, tell me, are all 3 of those fosters, are any of them related to each other? I'm curious. Because Bert and I, we were considering doing siblings, because we've heard, that is a need, is that, sometimes people can only take one foster kid, and there's a lot of siblings that want to get placed together. Paul's hoping for a more rounded baby than a VHS. Okay, well, keep us posted on that, Paul. Maybe, it'll come out to be more of a, I couldn't think of anything quick enough. I'm sorry, I let you down here. Okay. Oh, it was a TI 81. what did we call those? Ours were TI 90s. I don't know. Maybe that's because I'm a little bit younger than you are, I think. Actually, I think we're the same age, Paul, so I'm not sure. But anyway, that's funny. You must have a very, what is that, like an 80s, like throwback pregnancy, same size thing? There was one, a nostalgia one on one of the apps I was doing. I wonder if it's the same one. Okay. Okay, some more suggestions for what to dress up as. Oh, from Super Troopers, bikers. That would be fun. Basketball players. Oh, congratulations to the Chicago Sky champions. That's exciting, right? We haven't, as if Chicago needed any more championships. No big deal. But we got it. Bert used to claim that was the one thing that Minnesota had over Chicago, was that the Minnesota Lynx had a championship and the Chicago Sky didn't. Well, guess you're not special anymore, Minnesota. Sorry. Just kidding. Was My Little Pony at one time. That is, yep, that's awesome. That's talking about the baby size and relative. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, no. So Laura's answering my question if any of them were siblings. No, but all our family now, which is cool. And that's the important part, right? She's working on adopting the youngest, and the oldest is off at her first year of college. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So the adoption process, what I've heard from, fostering, it's not that easy. I mean, there's you have to get a lawyer, and there's a lot of paperwork, and it takes a long time. So that's another thing I'm aware of. And the struggle to, that if you get attached to one of these kids and need to adopt it, it's going to be an investment of time and patience and, frustration, I'm sure. So I'm very excited. Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know. I can't wait to share our journey with you guys. Honestly, at this point, I'm pretty set on making it happen. And I never want to make promises here, right? Because we probably all thought maybe by now I'd be pregnant, with a lasting pregnancy. Kristen, good to see you. You got to jump off. I'm glad that you caught us for a few minutes here. But I'm not going to make promises that I'm going, that we're for sure going to go through with being foster parents, but we're at least going to take you along for the start of, the journey, or as long as we go through it, and give you updates on the challenges, the emotions behind it, the people we meet, and the experience. And hopefully I'll be here and you'll be able to reflect back to me, and those of you that are parents, gonna need some parenting tips, because we're kind of, I don't think that we'll be fostering a newborn baby. We're going to be fostering some, a child that's somewhere between, a few years old through a teenager. I'm going to need your help here, because jumping into this and not having any actual parenting experience other than being an aunt, and an uncle, we're going to need to bounce some things around, and, it might become some sort of a parenting community here too, or just, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's going to transform into, but the important thing is that we're here. We all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, and the most important thing is that we're here to share and join together. Okay. Can you tell my voice is getting a little bit hoarse here? Okay. So real quick, let's see. Paul, it would be great to come along on that journey. Thank you. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for the support. So I'm going to wrap things up here. If before I do, as I've been doing a lot lately, I would love to know if you guys have any wins that you would like to share. I know Kristen jumped off already. I shared her when I jumped ahead already, but I would love to know, what are you going through? What are you struggling with? Is there anything we can kind of give you a little, can I be your cheerleader on something this week? What are your big hurdles coming up? Oh, thank you so much, Laura. Nice journey, friend. You are so awesome, and you will be great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Seriously, guys, when people tell me that I'm going to be a great mom someday, that's That's like the key. It starts get like tears start coming into my eyes almost automatically, almost every time. So thank you so much. It means a lot. So let me know what wins, what went wrong, what was something awesome you did this weekend. Let's do a little bit of sharing. I'll share with you guys something that felt really good. We got our yard cleaned up, transformation, the change of seasons. It's always such a special time because, it's hard to say goodbye to something and, welcome in something new. But you can't have, a clean winterized yard without saying goodbye to all your vegetables from the summer. And we ended up picking, I think, it was 18 or 19 butternut squash from that vine that was unexpectedly growing out of our compost pile. Not that I'm hoping that like 19 butternut squash represent 19 babies, but I'm hoping that the unexpected growing vine out of our compost, something that we put a whole bunch of things into and it, makes something fertile. I'm hoping it's symbolic of something to come. For our fertility journey, Bert and I are officially trying again, which is fun this time. So we are not planning on doing IVF to start. We are going to be focusing on trying naturally, all the while going through this fostering process. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Maybe in a few weeks we'll have Bert on as a guest and we'll share some news. Who knows? All right, we've got some feedback here. Okay, Kelly subbed in our soccer game yesterday. She scored a goal and lots of great family time this weekend doing the fall things. She put a lot of great pictures. It's just, her kids are so cute. She does a great job taking pictures till they get them smiling, so it always looks like they're always happy. But I've spent time with those kids. They are not always happy. But that's true for everybody, right? But yeah, Kelly's goal was awesome. We won a game that, to be honest, I thought we were going to lose because we scraped together that team last minute. That game, I missed 2 goals that I should have had, but we still won. It was awesome. It felt really good leaving that game yesterday, minus me replaying all day long those missed shots that I had. Okay, Paul, this is awesome. I unclogged the bathroom sink. That is actually a big win. I will count it, put it on the board because our garage door broke. There was like a bracket that broke and Bert fixed that. That was a win. And then my shower head all of a sudden started spraying water out of the part that it shouldn't be spraying water out of. Bert fixed that too. Mark those as wins as well. Hey, little home fixes, big wins, big deals. Let's see here. Dad successfully redid the side garden today, split the prolific irises, could not replant them at all. Anybody want some? So irises are full sun, right? I might have a spot for them. I don't have a lot of full sun spots around my house. We have a lot of trees here. But maybe, Dad, if you want to drive them over to Chicago and plant them, I'd love to have them. Or you're probably taking care of them in a pot or something until someone takes them. But yeah, I do like, I know where I would put them actually. Put them on the side of the house. Oh, guys, I have one more. I have one more exciting story that I'll wrap up the show with today. And squash is right. So many squash. Half sun. Okay, good. Okay, we have spots then. Okay. Kelly might want some too. And Bert, you're getting cheered on for doing all of your fixes. So good job. Okay. So my last story of the day, speaking of fostering, we are fostering a gray cat that is living under our porch. I have named him or her Jasper because I just felt like it. And it's a solid gray cat, fairly small. And he or she, I think it's a she, so I'm going to call her she, okay, just because she's small. And she's been sleeping on the bench on our porch because we have a gray pillow there. And I think she's realized that she's fairly close in color to it. So she's like, it's kind of comfy. But we know that she's living under the porch because we saw her go under the steps, our front steps, and not come out. And when we looked under there, we couldn't see her. And then realized that there was a small gap, kind of like towards the top where the stairs meet the porch, that she can jump into and then get into the porch area. So this cat's been living there. We don't know how long. But she's decided to now just start sleeping on the porch, on the bench. And Bert is pissed because I've been feeding it some cat food and some water because, I don't know, like it just looks like it's hungry. So we're kind of fostering an outdoor cat. But anyway, we won't let her in. I know. But if anyone out there is missing their gray cat, it's living under our porch, and I'll give it back to you. Okay, guys. Before I completely run out of voice, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this update and hanging out with me today. I enjoyed hearing from all of you and knowing that you guys are here, sharing this time and space with me. So thank you. And I will see you next Monday and give you an update on how bingo in Milwaukee went. And if you're still interested, tickets are still available to go up there. You can go. I posted the link on the Baby Talk Facebook page. So if you want to check it out, that's a great place to find it. And also, if you're in Chicago and you love Bloody Marys, you can go to Bloody Mary Fest this Sunday at Theater on the Lake in Chicago, and I will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun too. So I've got an action-packed weekend. Might take Monday off to recover because I am going to be going crazy. So, oh my gosh. That's how you ended up with a cat named Fred, of living under the porch. Finally just ended up coming in. Yeah. I feel like in the wintertime, if Jasper's still out there, I'm going to be like, poor thing, come on in. Jasper's welcome. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will see you next Monday. I'm going to roll the credits. I hope your week is awesome. Good luck to everybody and everything that you're doing. And if you are trying to make a baby, baby dust to you. I hope that you get your baby soon. All right, we're going to roll the credits, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh. I wonder if we could do this song instead. Oh, no song there. Oh, water it is. Bye, guys. Thank you for hanging out.